Bluespecs Beer Reviews, and I'm here with three reviews for you tonight. Two of them are local to me in Nebraska. The other one is a bit more of a other one is from Fashion Walker, which is in California. But this first one I'm going to be doing is the Red Panda Wheat from Zipline. Zipline is out of Lincoln, Nebraska. It is. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, but this is a local beer company. Overall, Zipline is an awesome beer company. I do like most of their beers. They partnered with the Henry Gordley Zoo here in Omaha, Nebraska, and they're doing a Zoo Brew collaboration. And what's happening with that is that the whole thing. Here, I'll read you the thing. It's a brave new partnership in conservation with a refreshing do-gooder aftertaste. This beer supports red panda conservation in Asia, specifically by replanting bamboo food sources and providing economic alternatives to poaching. With this purchase, we can do more good. So, there's four. This is one of four. I don't know if I'll be able to get the other three, but this does help for conservation of these guys, which I think is totally awesome. I love that. I love that they are doing that with the zoo here in Omaha. By the way, the zoo here in Omaha is awesome. I think it's either the first or the second biggest zoo, or like the zoo with I think it's like the first or second best one in the country. The other one I think is the one in San Diego. Without further ado, though, this is 5.2% alcohol by volume. Find the opener here. 5.2% alcohol by volume. I don't see anything about it on Beer Advocate or any other beer site. It is relatively new, and it's also pretty local. So it is a wheat beer, though. That smoke, very nice. Ooh, it's darker than I thought a wheat beer would be. Darkest wheat beer I've ever seen. Right there. It does look quite nice, though. Sorry, I put that leg right up close to you. That developed with about a 2.5 finger cream-colored head. The body is, of course, being a wheat beer. It is clouded, pretty much I would call it translucent. It is a amber, orangish, dark color. Typically, wheat beers are, unless they're like a different kind of thing, wheat beers are usually a straw or a yellow color. But I do see some bubbles going upward in some particular matter. Let's go ahead and get a smell. Whew, I smell the hops in that, though. It smells like a little bit of citrus, a little bit of floral kind of hops. That's kind of all I'm really getting off of the nose there. Let's go ahead and get a sip here. All right. So yeah, it does kind of fit the wheat beer thing. It does remind me somewhat of the Hoppy Wheat by Boulevard, because that is a beer that takes a wheat beer and hops it up a little more and gives it more hoppy flavor. And this is kind of what that is. It does have a wheat beer presentation. However, there's a good bit more hops added to it. Whereas if you had something like Boulevard Unfiltered Wheat, which is a very it's probably their Boulevard's most sold beer. It's probably like one of the most drank wheat beers around here anyway. That is going to have a general wheat beer thing going on. I like how it's red too, because it has like a reddish brown thing going for it, and that does fit this guy here. That is totally awesome. I bought this beer for either $5.99 or $6.99, which is a good price. I think it's a good price for a bomber like this, especially with that. But I'm really happy that they're doing this. I love that this beer is going to help the red pandas. That is totally awesome. That's awesome. Because I think conservation is a big deal to me. I mean, it's a big deal to not to it's a big deal to preserve the habitats of animals and to understand that it's not just us people who are here who are living on this earth, but it's also they who are here, and they deserve to have a healthy habitat in Asia or South America or wherever a certain species lives. They deserve to have a nice healthy habitat where they can have their food and they can live a nice happy healthy life and reproduce and everything. So we don't need to be, deforesting all their habitats. We don't need to be poaching all those kinds of things. I think because the animals, their existence is very important. I mean, even if you're looking at it from a perspective of for our sake, even though I wouldn't look at it that way personally, even if you look at it as for our sake, their existence is very important to our for our sake also, but also just for their sake too. That is the way I prefer to look at it, as they are animals who deserve happiness and everything too. It's kind of that does matter. So I don't want to go on an environmental ethics rant here, but this is good. It does have I do get the wheat. It is sort of subdued, kind of like a wheat beer should be. It is very, very good. I do like it. I like the slightly floral, slightly citrusy hops going on here. Very, 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 very nice. Let me go ahead and get a feel. I would say it's light medium. It's dry, very, very drinkable, even crushable. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a solid 8. This is probably. I mean, I like wheat beers like this. They have more to them than just that wheat. I think I like that. We're going to give it a solid A. You could argue A plus. Let me know if you've had this. You probably will only have had it if you're in my local area. I don't know how far they are distributing this, but let me know if you had it in the comments below. Tell me your thoughts, and thank you very much for watching.